Hello, welcome back to Lila Plays, and it's Friday Night Splorin, but we're on edge. So I happen to know that Red has a ton of things that she needs to get done on her build, and I'm not yet in the Nether, so I'm actually free on this side of the purple curtain. So I think we're gonna go find Red wherever she is. I'm guessing she's over at her place. How are you guys tonight? It's been also, look at this. My shop has all the endwoods now. And Kip suggested I do a mod that lets me see further, which is fantastic. It lets me see that. But the water thing is a little odd to me. Like, it's just a little perplexing. It is perplexing. So, but now I can actually see more of things again because we had to change some stuff up and the server broke. The server got fixed. It was a very harrowing 24 hours of sanity for me. I say sanity as if I got sanity. I got no sanity. It was bad. So I think she's at Ravenskulk.
Sammy, favorite time of
Oh,
day?
did you?
Sky says hi, and I hear somebody appearing.
Why does this
corner.
hurt me every single
I'm
time?
still technically sick. Well, not really. I'm not actually sick, but I still have a cough, and so I might be muting unexpectedly. And I do have cough drops, so apologies for possible cough drop sounds. Ah, hello. I can't hear you.
I am invading. Hi.
Okay, now I can hear you.
I have a random question for you.
I have a random answer.
Your warpstone thing. Why does it hurt me every single time I warp in? Is it because of the dirt block where it's placed?
Probably.
Cool. You're not attached to the dirt block, are you?
Yes, very.
How attached?
Very. Oh yeah, so guys,
You'll still have it.
Working from my new computer.
I swear this should hurt me.
Fantastic. However, everything in here is probably going to be out of whack in terms of volume and everything. So we'll see how this goes.
Easy. So we're gonna do this the lazy leeway.
Oof. I think my mouse is messing up too. What are you doing?
Nothing. You're on fire. It's not good for your health.
Happy now?
I'm sorry, but that looks just as bad to me. I'm like, it's water. Oh no. Alright, you guys say that Red is quiet, eh? Let's see here. Hey Red, say something.
I'm saying something.
Oh! You put me in water.
Still can't hear Lee.
Jerk face.
Let's see.
Oh, Sammy, that is
can you talk?
awful. Yes, I can. Sammy, that's absolutely awful. I don't blame you at all. I would have a small bit of panic for that too.
Why is this not working out?
Do I need to speak closer to the mic?
No,
Hello?
it is.
Can you guys hear Red a little bit better now that I've adjusted her via the proc strat?
I'm not getting game sounds at all, I don't think.
Yep, that could potentially do it.
Yeah, those aren't coming. Oh, wait.
Okay,
Nope, those aren't coming through at all. Why are game sounds not coming through?
from behind, that looks like skulky pajamas, like a skulk onesie.
I'm
And
looking like I'm wearing a skull onesie. Stop talking to me. I have to figure out sounds.
I'm going to distract you because that's what I do.
No, I don't know what's going on. Hang on.
Also, that gives me a chance to look at my desktop audio. So keep talking.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna keep talking for Lee's sake, and I guess for your guys' sake too. Though I might have to. So I'm working from my new computer. Everything is different and everything is weird. And I'm really not sure why it's not giving me like any game sounds at all. Because I can hear them. But for whatever reason.
Is that better, Cobalt? I just changed another setting. See, this is interesting because normally, for both of our audiences, normally on our Friday Night Exploring world, we're on a Discord call because we don't have prox chat in that world. In Discord, we have our settings more or less finely tuned to some degree or another.
There we go.
But the prox chat settings are different, and that is both good and bad. So it's different.
I think I fixed it.
Hello, Red's chat. The moon is rising.
Welcome back to Castle Ravenskulk. I have been working quite hard.
Mm-hmm. I can tell.
And so the server render distance is actually too small for me to actually see my entire castle unless I'm standing in the middle of it.
Oh dear. I love this.
Why is it not rendering? This is dumb.
I might change the render settings just for the sake of this much. Because that is insane. Oh, I don't have rockets on me. Do I have any rockets in here? Cool. I'm also hanging out with the Bird Queen herself, so I figure I can get rockets from her if I need to.
16 to 20 hours, mainly because I was sick. I stayed home sick for 2 days. I never get that sick, and I was homesick for 2 full days. And basically that full 2 days, whenever I wasn't here.
This is insane, and I love it. And yeah, this is Red's base for Edge, Season 3. It's a bit on the bigger side. And I think we need to do a bunch of terraforming to make this all flat. I could be wrong. I think that's what the game plan is for today. Also, she has a cacti in the dark.
It's stupid and it's dumb, and there's no real workaround for it, except
Why
that
is my chair here?
I have put in
My chair should be...
for...
There's my chair. There we go. That way I can sit here. Come on. Let me sit on my chair. Fine, whatever. I can sit here usually and just watch her work. I don't know why it's being finicky. I'll deal with that later. And I don't know where our host of the evening is.
Oh, also... Ow. I have...
It's fine.
2 of this size.
Where did you go? Red, you keep disappearing and I don't know where you are. And it's fascinating. Hey, Elspeth!
That's with the faces on the blocks. Or with faces over the faces on blocks.
Oh, maybe you're up there.
Faces.
We're at Red's tonight on the Edge server. And we're going to be helping her. This is her Season 3 Castle Ravenskulk base that she is working on. I think these are just the outer walls. I could be wrong.
Anyway.
So, where are you?
Right here.
There you are.
Here.
So, what specifically do you want to work on with all this tonight?
So, here's what I need. Oh, wait. This guy says, hey, Red, guess what I was told to make for dinner tonight? I'm going to go out on a limb and say lamb stew.
Soup? I went to sleep, but I'm not going to sleep because then you catch on fire.
I really hope that just muted me for everybody. Oh, my goodness. Alfredo again. Ha.
Ooh, Alfredo. So what's the game plan?
I need the entire inside area of here in grass blocks.
Okay.
I have multiple chests full of grass and dirt.
Okay.
Also, I feel like maybe we should hop in a group. Whoop, wrong button. Don't laugh at me.
You're a birdie, and I love you. Are you making a group chat then?
Yes.
Okay. Stream. Oh yeah, I should.
Higher ground, says Sammy. Yeah, I don't think it'll take that long, honestly.
I should change my
Like-
settings to streaming. Right.
I alone. Oh yeah, I should do that too. Open and streaming. I alone did all of this in like an hour last night, so
All right.
I think it'll be fine.
I think this will be very doable. So where is all the dirt that you have? And I can.
So the
give it
first
dirt I have. Okay.
like this whole section of 5 chests here.
I might just take the dirt. Although I'm going to.
Go ahead and use the grass
Okay.
first, because I would like it if I didn't have to wait for the dirt to grass over.
That
And
is
the dirt
fair.
itself I can use for other stuff too.
That is very fair. Okay. I don't have a.
This would definitely be easier if I had Swift Sneak.
That is a thing. That is a
If
thing.
I was feeling 100%, I would say, never mind this, let's go find an ancient city to raid. But not tonight. You can hear my voice is still kind of scratchy.
Yep. Not too bad. So are we doing it all on this layer here then?
Yes.
That's not bad. And then do we need to then after this we'll go down and we will light things up.
Pretty much everything should be lit up.
Minus the section over by me where there was a skeleton a little bit earlier.
Yeah, there's definitely dark spots, but most of it should be lit.
Okay. I'm just going to preemptively be lazy. I'm not sure. Can you be preemptively lazy? I don't know if that counts as that
Sammy
works.
says, very glad this week, or very thankful this week we won't have red snacks. I am insulted. I have a different delicacy upon which to snack on this server, and sometimes it's Lee.
Yup. I'm like, you started saying that, I'm like, I immediately turn around like, how close are you right now? I am snackage.
Lee, let me follow. You're a snack. Oh, also, there is, let me grab them. There are a ton of torches.
Oh, lovely. Because I was
That I
thinking, like,
made.
I only have 2 torches to my name right now. That's a problem. Good to know, Cobalt. Thank you. We will avoid the flying
bring you
on
a
the
stack.
edge. Bloop.
I need more rockets. What did I do with all of my rockets that I just made?
Did you put them in a shop?
You wish.
Yes, I do.
Actually, I did restock my shop yesterday. Is it already empty again?
I actually have not checked that because I have been working hard to bloop, to actually try to make my own rockets as much as I can, which is a lot easier said than done. Like the whole words sugarcane. The sugarcane is easy enough for me to come by. Can I stop placing the things on the things? It's the boom fun powder that's a little harder for me to come by. So
Torches behind you.
thank you.
Well, here, let
Light
me
'em up,
run over
up,
there real
up,
quick and make sure
light
that
'em
the
up,
shop is
up,
full.
I mean, it might be. I haven't checked recently.
Well, then
I
I
need
don't want
to.
to hear you complaining.
I'm not complaining. I am merely commenting upon the desire and the need for things that go boom.
Shop stocked.
Yay!
Shop is fully stocked. I also do sell gunpowder.
Yes, because I already bought some because I was trying to hunt my own creepers and I realized in the process of hunting creepers, I was using rockets faster than I was making them. And I'm like, this is not a...
I wondered if it was you or if it... I thought it might be Shark.
Nope.
I
It
had
was
fears
me.
if it was Shark.
I mean, you did see that Shark bought some wither skulls from Core, right?
I did, and I also saw he offered to fight the Wither with Disco, and I have nerves of terror.
If he's working with Disco, I'm there's 2 of them. So as long as they don't pull a season 2 core where they loose a wither in the end, I'm happy.
Or a season 2 Honeycraft Red.
Or that. I wasn't going to call it specifically for that, but that too.
Been there, done that. Well, at least I killed mine. Core never did take care of his.
He never found it. We went back to look for that thing, and I don't know where that wither ever went.
I found it. I found it, and I sent you guys cords, and it just lived there for the rest of the season. So if anybody has the world download, watch out.
Yeah, as I say, the world download is actually, I'm going to probably post that if I can sometime this weekend, actually. So if you guys ever go to the season 2 Edge end, good luck. Is that safe to say? I'm just gonna say good luck.
Sammy, I don't have that little graphic on my my new setup over here yet. But yeah, no life series spoilers.
Ooh, yes.
Sky says I have the opposite problem. Oh, from the no boom powder. Got plenty of boom powder, just trying to get paper to match. I tell you what, like,
it's one or the other.
It is, but also, like, the sugarcane farms seem to work exponentially. Once you get it set up, and it's just going away. That's the reason I built mine over here, because I knew I would be spending a lot of time in this area working on the castle.
Mm-hmm.
And it's way more effective to AFK productively on something like that, where you can move around, as opposed to, like, a mob farm where you have to, like, stand in one spot.
This is a true fact. Thinking of mob farms, do you have any mob farms that you're at or have been at since the epic crash of Wednesday?
I AFK'd at my creeper farm a little bit yesterday.
Did you notice any difference in the mob drop rates? Pop quiz with Lee!
No. Why should they? I mean, maybe they seemed a little bit higher, but also I was like off doing other things while my computer just sat there. I don't know why you ask.
Well, none of the settings have changed. I have checked the settings 3 times. None of the settings have changed, but the drop rates for the Wither Skelly farm that Core has changed. Like, he has had very, very, very low drop rates ever since, and I have been, at this point, rather compulsively double-checking and triple-checking, like, nope, nothing's changed on this, the settings are still the same, I don't understand.
He, like, double-checked he's using the same looting sword and all that?
Well, it's just, they don't show up.
Oh, so it's not drop rates, it's spawn rates.
Spawn rates. I said drop, I meant spawn. Yes, that.
Did he check to make sure that there wasn't any, like, backdating of the server and some of the places that he had spawn-proofed hadn't been re-spawnified?
I don't know if he's done that. I'll have him check that.
Because that seems like it might be a possibility that it may have gotten set back by a day or two.
That would be very annoying. Currently, the nether where he is working looks like Christmas because he's been using the quartz slabs. So between the red and all the white, every time I look at him, I'm like, it's so Christmassy.
Sammy, we had a pretty bad crash last week where...
This week. It was when... It was...
It's been a long week.
It was Wednesday. It was the eternally long Wednesday of despair.
What started it? Do you know?
So what happened is the server is set to restart every evening at midnight, which isn't actually evening, but it restarts, you know, every night. So that way it helps cut down on lag and cuts down on other issues and things, and it's good. The problem is the server jar file that was on was actually under just set fabric and not the custom that it should have been set under. And so when fabric had a couple updates available, it auto updated. And so ouch. And so every single fabric mod and setting that had an update all updated. Which, I mean, would be great if that's all we had on the server, but because that's not all we have on the server, instead that meant everything went and it would not even like start up again. It was just crashing consistently and repetitively, and it was kind of fun to sit and look at the console and watch as it would try and crash and try and crash and try and crash. And it also was this like type of thing. So As the
That's quite a sound. Lee was so stressed, guys. I felt so bad because like we couldn't figure out what it was, and she feels personally responsible for our mess, and it was pretty bad.
um it was it was a season of life that I hope I do not repeat anytime soon. Like yeah, and yes, as server admin, I do feel great personal responsibility for things like that. So I felt very bad that for that entirety of Wednesday, no one could get on, and it was not a favored moment of this year. I sounded like a rabbit. Or that's not surprising.
I don't know what is a rabbit.
I can think of what they look like, but I can't think how to describe it.
They're like those like evil cartoon rabbits, aren't they? Is that?
Yes, basically.
It's like a comic. Oh, and I'm on fire.
Yes, you are. Quick question for you: is this supposed to be one block lower than the yes. walls here? Okay.
Yeah, the walls are a little wonky because of how I adjusted things at the beginning, and I will go back. And there may be places where it's actually 2 blocks lower. But I will go back and bring down the walls later.
So my next question is, do you want this to go up to this wall or past this wall into the other wall?
For the moment, I want it at least to this wall, just because this is the reason I'm building this is so that I have a foundation to build the rest of the castle on. Because right now I'm just building in the middle of midair. Eventually, yes, I want the whole thing done, but I'm mainly concerned about this middle part tonight.
Okay. Just checking. And I know some of what your plans are, but it's your base. And so Elspeth is wondering, what is your plan to fill in under the dirt, or will it be a floating island thing? And so
a little bit of both.
I figure it's your beauty, so
the castle that I am building has a like a basement to it. There are underground levels, so I will be building those eventually. I also plan to put like most of my storage system, I think, down there and stuff. That's kind of going to be my base of operations while I build the rest of it. But yeah, it probably will be largely floating island for a long time.
It's going to look amazing.
I have a message in Discord. Yep, okay. Yeah, I know those rabbits. Rabbids. I remember when I was working at the public library, there was a situation where some mom got mad that we had let her kid check out a Rabbids book. I don't remember why.
Mama, it's your job to double check what your
right?
kids are into.
And that's basically what we told her was like, I'm sorry, we can't enforce your rules. You have to pay attention to what your kid is doing.
Yeah. I mean, there've been a time or two where my kids will find things like, Mom, can we do this? And I'll look and be like, oh, that's fine. Or I don't know enough about that. Let's not until I can know what this is. I'm the responsible adult. Heaven help us, I'm the responsible adult. And like,
well, you're the adult anyway.
We'll go with that. I am the adult. We'll go with that. I trade off responsibility.
I also told her, I'm like, ma'am, I don't know you. Like, I don't remember ever seeing you or your kid before. I'm sure you've been. And she's like, well, we're here all the time. I'm like, I'm sure you are. Do you have any idea how many people I see every day? I'm sorry that I don't remember you and happen to magically know your child's rules for what they are and are not allowed to read.
And frankly, if we remember you, it's because either you are that amazing customer that's an absolute ray of sunshine and an absolute joy to behold, and we love seeing you, or you're the one that we're like, oh no, they're here. Like, it's one or the other. Like,
let's put it this way. If librarians have a nickname for you, it's either the biggest compliment in the world or you might as well never go back and they'll be much happier for it. Because it'll be like, oh, the staff guy is here again.
The IT guy.
Everybody goes, oh no. No, ours was, so when I worked at the public library, there was this one odd local individual who dressed like a wizard and used this big, tall walking stick and wore a long leather trench coat.
I'm doing things wrong, guys.
He was always like super polite, but he was just odd, and he would just sit there and stare at people. And occasionally when I left work, and I walked to work at that point, so I walked a mile home through town, and often after dark, he would be waiting outside.
That's
Like,
a little creepy. I'm sorry.
He never followed me. He never said anything, but he would just be sitting out there, like out back of the library. And it got to where like I wouldn't walk home if he was out there. I would ask one of my coworkers to drive me home. Like, he never did anything, but he always just was. So yeah, we called him, "Hey, staff guy's here again." Sometimes we called him the Wizard, but yeah.
Like, the Wizard would be a cool name. I like that.
Oh my gosh. Sammy says, I remember when a kid's mom yelled at me because I was too old for cake. It was my 12th birthday at a pool party. Her kid wasn't even invited to the party, and he didn't know me.
Wow. Yeah.
Some people. Who's too old for cake anyway? Like, seriously? I don't even like cake, and that's dumb.
I'm actually making cake for a birthday tomorrow. I should rephrase this. I have made the cake. After stream, I'm going to do the actual frosting.
Frostage?
Well, part of the frosting, because I'm going to do the crumb coat and crumb coat it tonight. So that way it'll be a fully set crumb coat so I can frost it properly tomorrow. So, but it's a chocolate cake. It's a chocolate cake with a ganache filling, and then it's a chocolate buttercream on it, and I am very excited.
Oh, so it's like a yummy cake and not a fun cake.
I mean, it's gonna be theoretically fun when I decorate it, but... She wanted chocolate, and I said, "Darling, I'll get you chocolate." So... like, you ask for chocolate, I will deliver you a chocolate cake. Because it sounds really good and I want one too. Oh.
This guy says, I ran into my elementary school librarian on Wednesday and she recognized me. It was wild. Yep, librarians will know you. I bet that if I went back to my hometown and I ran into the kids that were the library kids when I was working there, I would probably remember them. I may not remember their names, but that's just because I'm awful with names.
Same.
I was talking to a kid at school today, and they have this thing where the athletes have to complete a certain number of study hours over the course of the semester, and the library is one of the approved locations where they can go in. They present this like piece of paper that we sign off and be like, yeah, they were here, they were doing, well, we don't ask. They were here. They said they were studying. I know for a fact that sometimes they just nap, but you know what? Hey, I'm not going to judge.
That's helping the brain for the studying.
It is. It is. And there's like all these kids, like they come in every single day and I interact with them. I sign their piece of paper every day. I see their name written down in front of me every day. And this kid comes up to the desk and he's like, hey, I'm signing out. And I grab the sheet of papers and I'm like, okay, which one's yours? And he just looks at me and he's like, well, I'm so-and-so. He says his name. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, I know you've told me that 100 times and I will learn it someday. Probably about the time you graduate. And he goes, well, I'm a freshman. You've got plenty of time. I'm like, good. I'll need it.
I mean, this is relatable because I am atrocious with names. There are some folks that we have been going to the same church since, let me think here, almost 12 years. Actually, yeah, I think it's been 12 years. We've been at the same church for that long. And there's some folks that I sit in like 2 rows away from them. I have seen them. I know I've introduced myself to them. I know they've introduced themselves to me. We have talked. I'm sorry, I can't remember names to save my life.
That's me.
Like, I'm just thrilled that the kids are getting older. So now sometimes they'll be like, hey, how about you go and, you know, see if they need something, like, and introduce yourself and see if they give you a name. And then look them up in a church directory. Because I am hopeless.
I was so glad when our church did a directory because it's like, yay, cheat sheets.
It's such a thing. Like, Cora is a bit better than I am with memory of names, but then at the same time, we trade off and everything. So I'll be like, oh, I don't remember this person's name. He's like, well, this is the husband's name. I'm like, great. I'm looking at the wife and I'm trying to remember her name. Like, that doesn't help me any.
Meanwhile,
let me see if they're on Facebook.
Meanwhile, my coworker, the mom age lady that I work with, she can meet you once. She will know your name for the rest of her life and yours. Like, these kids come into the library. I have never seen them before in my life. They walk in and she's like, "Oh, hi, Courtney." Another kid comes in. "Oh, hi, Alex. How's your semester going? Oh, Shelby, how are you?" I'm like, "Who are these people? How do you know them?" Like, she knows everybody's name, and is such a talent, and
That
it makes
is.
everybody feel so welcome and all this, and I'm just like, well, I suck.
There's a couple of folks at church that have that kind of memory, and every time they're like, they come back and they greet me, and I'm like, I'll stand there and be like, okay, am I going to tell the truth or am I going to lie? So I'm really bad at names and faces, and I know we've talked, and I remember we talked about this specific thing, but I can't remember your name. I am so sorry.
Have I told you my hack?
You have a hack?
Yes.
You have a cheat code for something IRL? I want to know it.
I do. Figure out an excuse to ask them how they spell their name.
Ooh.
And then when they're like, "Oh, well, it's AMY," you say, "Oh, well, I wasn't sure if it was like AIMEE." Like,
That's
if they're
brilliant.
like, "Oh, it's John." "Oh, is that with an H or no H?" Like, you can always come with a, "Oh, I thought it was spelled this way," or "I wasn't sure if it was spelled with an E."
This is a true fact because
If you have to, make up a cousin. It's like, "Oh, MEGAN. I have a cousin who spells it with an H." Like,
that works. That works well. I've had some creative spellings for my name, so I can.
It is a very useful hack.
I could use this for sure. All right, I need to catch up on
if they give you
too.
their first name and you're like, you can't think of anything, you're like, "Oh no, sorry, I meant your last name."
Okay, so I have my chat is making fun of me for being the responsible one. Thanks, guys. I love you too. And Sammy says that, "Lee, you're the teacher. You can forget names because the kids change every year." Yeah, no, these kids don't change every year because I'm in a school group where I have them from kindergarten up through high school. So for the most part, they don't change every year. The kids I know pretty well. It's the moms they're really good at names that intimidate me. And name tags are invented for people who can't remember names. I have a story about that. Elspeth says, "I had a teacher when I was in school who made name tags for all the kids specifically so she would have to embarrass herself all the time." All right. So Cora's family on his mom's side is large because she is the youngest of 6, and there's a 11-year difference between her and the eldest. And so Cora and I got married, and 11 months later, they were like, "Hey, we're going to have a family reunion with his mom's side." At that point in time, now mind you, this was 14 years ago, so there's quite a few people who have been added since then. At that time, it was a smaller reunion with 118 people. And we were the California cousins, so everyone knew who we were. And all the Chicago cousins knew each other because they were all in the same zone together, so they knew each other very well. And then there was us, and we are the California cousins. So I was the one. Yeah, 118 folks. So I was the newest addition to the family, and I showed up with a whole bunch of name tags and was like, hi, I'm Lee. You already knew that, but I don't know who you are. Can you please wear this name tag? Thanks. And all the in-laws, all the in-laws and everything of the California contingency were all like, "This was the best thing ever. Thank you, because we only hang out like this like every 5-10 years, and we can't remember people. So this is helpful." And I was just really relieved that everyone took it in stride with really like, "Oh yeah, sure, that's funny," because I was so lost, guys. I was so lost.
When I was a kid, we would do family reunions with my dad's side of the family, and my dad's brother had 7 kids. All of them had names that started with M.
Oh no, they're all the same.
And my aunt and uncle also started with M. The M&M merch that they got over the years, like every year for Christmas.
Oh, you have to.
Yeah.
Like, it's
and then so there
perfect.
was all 7 of them, or I guess 9 of them if you count the parents. And then there were multiple, like, there were some odd age gaps in my dad's side of the family. So there were like people who were my cousins, but they were old enough to be my parents, and people who were like second cousins or third cousins who were actually my age. It was a little bit odd, but there were probably
Yep.
about 20 kids running around at any given time, most of whom were around the same age. And then all of the aunts and uncles. And because these were people that I only saw like once a year, some
Mm-hmm.
of them I wouldn't remember who they were, and they were always really offended. It's like, okay, you know who I am because you're an adult, and I am
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
my dad's oldest daughter. There was only one of me for a while, before brothers and sisters came along. There's like 112 of you, and you're all named Betty Sue Marie.
Yeah. And there's a lot of you, and you guys probably talk to each other at some point in time, so you remember names. I don't have that luxury. I'm a kid. Like,
Well, and like seriously, they all went by middle names. It's a my whole
oh,
that whole side of the family is from like the northern Arkansas, southern Missouri, Boot Heel area. And so very genuinely redneck. Like my grandfather grew up picking cotton. Um
that's so.
and so like they all went by their middle names. My grandfather's legal middle name is Junior, because they didn't understand that like if your dad is John Smith and you're going to name your child John Smith, he's going to be John Smith Jr. No, he turned into John Jr. Smith.
Wow. That
So
is
like
wild.
I was never sure, okay, is this Aunt Renee or Aunt Marie, or her real name is Rebecca, or like I don't know anybody's names.
Oh man. Yeah, Core was the at that time the second youngest of the cousins, and several of his older cousins had kids his age or had kids and now grandkids at the reunion. So I'm an only child. I adopt people as my siblings. So
Just get nicknames for all of them. Yeah, that works when they're like peers, like when they're, friends in college. I had a friend in college who did not know my real name for like 3 whole months, and it wasn't because I didn't use it. But she was introduced to me as a joke as Cupcake, and she called me Cupcake exclusively for long enough that by the time it wasn't a funny joke anymore, she was embarrassed to actually ask my name, because at that point we'd been hanging out for like 3 months.
okay, but that's hilarious. Now I want to call you that. Oh my gosh. Oh, oh, Elspeth. Elspeth has 13 siblings. That's awesome. For the record, that is my favorite number. So that just makes me very happy. And Walter says that my family is small to his standards. Are you talking about
Yes,
my
I have
family
heard
or
stories
Core's
about-
family?
I have heard no, either one, because I have heard stories about the Welder clan.
This is true. The Welder clan is large.
A small family reunion for them is like 147 people minimum.
I would die of social anxiety, to be honest. Like, and
Yes,
overstimulation.
Sammy says, and then that's how you are with online friends you meet in real life. Yeah, when I hang out in real life with Lee and Core and Kobold, like, okay, so the first time I met Kobold IRL, I had known him on the server for like what, a year and a half, something like that.
Something like that.
And
Wow.
so like he's just Kobold, and then we meet, and I'm like, hey, I actually don't know your real name, and he's like, oh, it's such and such. And I'm like, that's a weird name. I don't know why your parents chose to name you such and such, but okay. But legitimately, like, I couldn't call him his real name for several days, and it was like every time I did, it was like, this does not feel right. That's not who you are. Now it's kind of interchangeable, but I still think of him as Kobold.
Mm-hmm. This is a fair thing. Like, we use our gamer names in this house kind of interchangeably with IRL names, and there's times even now where someone will call me by my IRL name, and I'm just kind of standing there looking at them, I'm like, Is that my name? I'm suddenly questioning my identity. Is that my name? I'm not used to hearing
It's
that.
genuinely weird now, especially like in our chat with you and Scribs. It's genuinely weird whenever I see one of you call me my real name.
It is jarring. It is downright jarring.
I was like, who's that person? Why are you saying that? Don't say that naughty word.
Well, like the last time I think when I think I've been Scribs, he used my name, and I'm like, am I in trouble? I'm in trouble.
Well, now part of that is just the mom effect that Scribs has.
This is a true fact. Also, Cobalt says, thanks for doxing my real name, Red. Now everyone knows my IRL name is such and such.
I'm sorry, and it's such a rare name too. Like everybody's gonna be able to find. Well, at least they don't know that your last name is Who's-a-What's-It, so you know we're good.
I seriously want to go and label all the Christmas gifts differently now. Like,
this one is for such and such a Who's-a-What's-It. That sounds like a Dr. Seuss character.
It really does.
I thought for sure I dropped a block down here.
Hi, zombie. I see you, zombie. You can't reach me. Na 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 na. I feel like we're doing some good progress.
We are.
And this is also very therapeutically relaxing. Hey, do you want to come help us when we're working on terraforming stuff in the Nether?
Oh, you're talking to me?
Dot, 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 dot.
I thought you were talking to the zombie.
Oh, no. We don't want the zombie. Stop placing blocks like that.
I might.
Yeah, well, there's great irony in this.
I am terrified of the Nether right now
It's
because
fun.
yeah, because it's also very dangerous.
Well, yes, but that's part of the fun.
Sammy says, I do. I want to help. Fish can't go in the Nether, Sammy. That'd be bad for you.
Mm-hmm. Well, Welder complains every time he's in the Nether. So, seems like it's a bad thing. Hey! Speak of the nerd. Welder had commented, didn't you put in Discord not to mention real names tonight, and yet this seems to be the topic of the discussion right now? Irony, Welder. Irony. I feel like half of this group lives on irony.
Same vibes as when I'm digging out the pit TM under my house. See, I don't care for digging. Which is why I have been so incredibly happy to have, whatchamacallit, Vein Miner this season. Oh my goodness, it is so great. I went through, probably altogether working on this, I've probably gone through about 14 double chests of deep slate, maybe a little bit more than that. And being able to run out and go down in the world and just like mine a straight line for 20 minutes and get another couple double chests has been absolutely fantastic.
I'll say the whole deep slate mining has been a whole lot easier with that. I'm very glad we added that.
So much.
Like, because now getting sandstone isn't nearly as bad. Although, Wilder, if you decide to open a shop with sandstone again, I would not be adverse. I'm just saying.
Getting diamonds has been fairly easy too.
Yeah, I actually need to go mining for diamonds again because I haven't actually been looking for diamonds every time I've been down there. I've been doing other stuff, and I'm like, I need to go down just like a couple blocks down and actually do some diamond mining. That would be helpful.
Is a kobold.
Just a wild kobold.
We're in a group if you want to join. It's an open group, but
Yee. My family reunites and we gather in the barn in the shop. Oh. That's cool. That is very cool, Elsa. Okay, did my torching? Hellos! I kind of feel, oh, I see emerald ore in your mountain red, and I really, really, really want to get it.
You can have it as long as it's not deep slate. You're welcome to it. I have 45 blocks of diamonds and 7.
Wow.
And that's just from deep slate mining for this shindig.
Well, this is emerald. Did I say diamond? I might have said diamond. I meant emerald. There is emerald ore that I can see.
No, you did say
Okay.
emerald.
It is pretty.
Why did I not get more grass while I was over there? That's the entire reason that I flew over there to begin with.
And now I go back up, so I do not die down there. Because I do not trust. There is a
Any more grass? I do.
deep amount of mobs down there that we might want to, after we get some of this put up, we might want to potentially go down yonder and add a few more torches down there, because you're gonna have a very fun, happy place. Kind of like, you know, under Scarland. That's how this is kind of looking down here, just saying.
Or under your base last season?
I tried somewhat to do the things, somewhat. Actually, I do need to go explore under the mine area for my tree farm, because under my tree farm right now is, I lit up some areas because I actually found a mine and was lighting that up, but I realized there's a whole slew that I hadn't even reached that I need to go and light them up and everything, so I don't have the paranoia of, like, because it's paranoia. I go to you know, harvest some trees, and I'm like, la 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 la, and then there's zombie noises, and I don't see a zombie anywhere, and I'm just spending the entire time chopping trees, looking over my shoulder, and it's really annoying. So I need to do that next.
Oh no!
Don't want to.
Oh no!
I didn't do it.
Sammy has a bad joke.
All right, Sammy, let's hear it. I want to hear Red groan.
I actually like this one. I've seen this one before. Shout out to the people who don't know what the opposite of in is.
Me?
Oh, that's bad.
Do you get it, Lee?
I mean, you're saying it out loud versus me reading it, and I'm pretty sure I do.
Shout out.
Okay.
Shout out to the people who don't know what the opposite of in is.
Okay, we need to tell that one to my children later.
Just let that sink in.
I seriously want to see how long it takes for him to get that one.
No, seriously, let that sink in. It's freezing out there.
It's 58 outside.
That's about what it was here today.
I genuinely have a little, I might have said this last time, I don't remember if I did or not, but I have a little temperature thing on my desk now, so I can look at any point in time and see if I need to cover my plants, if it will actually reach that level.
Joke. I need to find it because I can't remember it. It was so bad, I can't remember it.
Somehow this genuinely does not surprise me that your dad sent a terrible joke. I love your dad.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna have to put the punchline in chat though, so that it makes sense.
Okay.
So the question, it's a genie saying, "What is your final wish?" And the boy says, "I wish I were you." And so it's genuinely weird, but all root. Because now I is you. It's so bad, and he sent it to me, and I said, "Oh, I hate that," and I know exactly who I'm sending it to.
As a good friend does.
There's a guy in my D&D group who thrives. He thrives on telling terrible jokes and making everyone suffer, to the point where I have threatened to give him disadvantage on things because of it.
That's amazing. You totally should.
We don't use an inspiration system, but I have been tempted to introduce it just so that I can give him whatever the opposite of inspiration is.
That would be hilarious. You really kind of should. Also, Elspeth, it's 22 there. 22 degrees? You have a real winter? Wow.
I didn't think they made those anymore.
They don't make them out here, that's for sure.
Guess what I'm doing next week?
What are you doing
Not
next week?
Next week, but the week after week.
Oh, I think I know what you're doing. Are you doing what I think you're doing?
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
What is it about you? I'm so excited.
I am looking forward to seeing and hearing stories of that.
and I refuse to be sick. I am downing every vitamin. I am drinking orange juice. I'm like all the things. I'm going to bed at a normal time. Like, what is
That's
this
why you've been
life?
going to bed lately. I'm like, okay, I know she's been sick, but man, she's actually going to bed at a normal time. This is kind of weird. And okay, this makes sense now.
Like, don't judge me, okay?
No, you're good. You're good. It's supposed to snow tomorrow. Oh my goodness. I am a little jealous, not gonna lie, Elspeth. That's amazing. Also, honestly, Red, what you're doing right now is what I was doing like a week ago last year before my trip out and everything. It was like I can't get sick. I cannot get sick. Like I cannot afford to. I need to be fully healthy. So
A surprise trip that I knew nothing about until she appeared behind me in the hotel lobby.
it was the best thing ever. You could literally see red.exe has stopped working. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing. The best thing ever.
Oh, Sky, that would have been cool. Sky says I once almost got to play a bard with real life flute music, but the campaign fell through. Would have been hilarious though.
Oh, that'd been cool.
So our bard actually is a musician and does play several instruments, mainly drums and I think guitar, but he's learning bagpipes and he keeps threatening to bring them.
That would be hilarious, though. I remember someone played bagpipes once at Bible study, I think it was. And we had to, because they were going to play it in the backyard, and they had to literally like run over to each house next door and be like, by the way, we're going to be playing bagpipes. Please do not be alarmed when it first starts. And I thought that was the funniest thing ever.
So my parents' house is out in the middle of the country. It's like 7 minimum miles from the nearest city limits. And that nearest city is a teeny tiny little town. That when I was growing up was like population 4,000 something, I think. Anyway, we don't know who it was, but there was somebody nearby that played the bagpipes. And I say nearby, somewhere within a 10-mile radius, because those things can be heard super far away.
Yep.
But like on summer evenings, you would go out, and they lived in a valley, so like the sound just kind of carried. You just go out, and you would just hear the strains of bagpipe music just kind of echoing over the hills. It was kind of magical.
So my question is, did they play good where you're just like, okay,
Oh, yeah.
yes, this is excellent, or was it like a oh kind of a thing? Like,
I mean, it was bagpipes, but it was good for bagpipes.
good enough. Elspeth says, don't be snow here. It's more like being buried alive. Okay. I will have to say, as a desert dwelling Southern Californian, the most snow we had in my memory in this specific area that I live, I think our snow max was like, we got 3 inches, and everything in the city ground to an absolute halt because no one knows what to do when there's that much snow. And we don't have things like, the, oh gosh, what are they called? Snowplowers.
Snowplows.
We don't have those.
Just snowplows.
Like, we don't have anything of that. Our infrastructure is so not designed for that. And it was a genuine, like, the city was in a little state of a panic over the fact of there's so much snow, what do we do? So,
Wow. I mean, to be
Yeah.
fair, we get little enough snow that 3 inches would probably shut us down, at least for a day, because they don't really prep the streets around here. Because usually, what we think
How
is
do you
going to be
prep
snow turns into
streets?
rain. You can put salt and chemicals down so that it'll melt before it actually
Oh, I didn't know you could do that
does
preemptively.
anything. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
But they don't really do it here, at least not as much as they did when I was a kid, because they've changed the chemicals they use and stuff. And because the snow usually turns to rain, it just washes everything away, and then they've wasted all those chemicals, and they still have to go back out and do it again anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So if we get 2 inches or 3 inches of snow, yeah, at least for like schools will probably be canceled that morning. Probably by afternoon, people will be able to get out as long as they don't have like a super steep driveway or something. Nobody uses like snow tires or anything like that here because we rarely have that much snow all at once. I think the most snow I've ever seen around here was like, I remember one winter we got like 6 inches at one time, and that was It was over a couple of days, and it was phenomenal. Oh gosh, we had so much fun. Cities were shut down for days on end and everything, but I was young enough still that it was like, oh my gosh, it's so much fun. This is amazing.
Mm-hmm. See, that kind of thing sounds amazing to me. Like, there's pictures of the time it snowed when I was a little kid, and there's pictures of my parents had put me in the laundry basket and put a rope around it so they could, use that as a sled around the backyard. And it was
That's
awesome. Okay, so Elspeth's in Alaska. Okay, that yeah, Alaska's a different type of cold and winter.
That's a different breed.
Yeah. Sammy says, imagine going from there to Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Yeah, that would be...
Oh. Sky, that would suck. Says, I think the funniest thing I remember happening is one winter it snowed, then the next week it was 70 or 80 degrees. Oh, I hate that so much. And everybody's allergies go absolutely wild.
Like, that sounds like our kind of winter out here. We get cold weather for a couple days, and then suddenly it's like, and now it's going to be like upper 60s, 70s. Hey, we're going to break 80 today. And you're like, it's November. We just had Thanksgiving. Why?
Yeah, I hate that. But I'd rather have the snow and the ice. I mean, I grew up, the first 3 years of my life, I was in North Dakota. And then until I was 7 or 8, we lived in like lower Illinois, upper Missouri area. Or lower Iowa, upper Missouri area. And then for most of my formative childhood years, we lived in St. Louis. So all of those are relatively far north compared to the area that I live in now. And so, like, as a kid, I can remember, especially being as a little kid, like, going outside and the snow would drift up. In North Dakota, the snow's really dry because it's so cold. And it would drift up in, like, the front of the house would be clear. There'd be nothing in the front of the house. And then you go around the back of the house, and it's, like, a peak, 17 feet tall, up to the roof, just drifted up against the back of the house.
That's insane.
My dad would have to dig a path out the back kitchen door so that Mom could even get out the back of the house. And there would end up just being like this, like, tunnel along the side of the house most of the winter long.
I'm like, that seriously gives me like Little House on the Prairie type vibes right there.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
very much.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
Our house was not super well built either. I can remember, I mean, I was 3, so my memories are very, very, very dim. But I can remember sitting there on the floor with my hand in front of the outlet on the wall, like the electrical outlet, and feeling a breeze coming through.
That's never a nice sign for...
No. Oh, okay, totally random.
Mm-hmm.
You know how you'll be, if you're like trying to place blocks in a line, and you can like, get where I'm not going to fall off. You can like place them down evenly, but it'll skip every once in a while.
Yeah.
Like if you do this. So I found out why that is.
Why?
It is because the game will place blocks every 4 ticks. And if you are trying to place a block in that, when it ticks over, it won't do it.
Interesting. Okay.
These are the things that I learned from the master of survival, Lord Pixorus.
I was saying, are we talking about the Copper King himself here? Because
yes, who would be? Sammy says, honestly, I'd love living in elementary, sorry, I'm going back and reading Sky's message at the same time. Sammy says, honestly, I'd love living in warmer areas again, especially if it's near the beach. It's nearly my entire identity at this point. I mean, I would love to live near a beach. That is definitely a thing.
Come to me. The beach is only like an hour away. I don't know why you'd go there because there's sun and there's sand, but come to the beach. There's
ocean. It's the ocean. You know what?
Okay, that's
get it to where
ocean,
your
yes.
area is actually like affordable for somebody who has a not obscene amount of money to move there. Fair. And we'll talk.
Fair. I had a friend up in Oregon ask me what our gas prices were like, and I was like, well, are you looking because you're asking because you're thinking you want to move this way, or are you looking because you want to feel better about your gas prices? Because if you're looking to feel better about your gas prices, then yes, I will tell you.
I'm gonna check something real quick. I'm gonna go on Zillow, and I'm gonna look for rent Let's go with we'll go with what I've got right now. So we've got a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment.
Oh, you don't want to know.
Yes, I do want the entire place.
It is depressingly high.
Okay, so something that kind of looks around the same price bracket as what I am here. Minimum is at least 3 times what I'm paying for my rent here.
Yeah,
And I'm splitting my rent with my roommate, so
it's ridiculous out here. Elspeth says that if she could choose anywhere to live, the Ozarks would be her choice.
I mean,
they're pretty.
Are pretty dang pretty.
They are
humid as all heck, but pretty dang pretty.
It's the humidity that kills me.
Humidity can legitimately harm people, and it's not good. Summers are rough.
I feel so justified now every time I say I don't like the humidity and it's trying to kill me. Oh, they're out for me. Kobold, your cousins are jerks.
Yep.
I forgot he was in the call. The tiny little yep.
Dragonflies. Are there dragonflies out where you are?
Disowned them.
Okay. Dragonflies. That's good because they're mean.
I have a story about dragonflies.
Ooh.
When I was in college during like the freshman welcome week festivities, they had this awful thing. I don't remember what they call it, just like Mudfest or something. It was literally they would build a huge mud pit on the backfield and they would string a rope across it and people would make teams and they would play tug of war over the giant pit of mud.
Okay.
It was awful. It was horrible. It smelled terrible. It was the worst. But we were required to go. There wasn't a choice. I had to go. So I'm like sitting there and I'm like trying to, entertain myself. This is before I really had I had a phone, but I paid by the minute, so I didn't really have internet access.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew people would yell at me if I brought a book, so I'm just sitting there.
Bring a book.
Everybody else is paying attention to the tug of war, right? So I'm just whatever. All of a sudden, I look up, and the sky is filled from horizon to horizon, as far as I can see in any direction, with golden dragonflies.
What?
Just thousands and thousands of them. And I start trying to get people's attention, look up, look at this. Do you see this? And nobody would look up. Everybody, the couple of people who glanced up are like, ah, that's cool. And then they went back to watching the mud fight. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Dude, if I see a single dragonfly, we get some blue ones on occasion. That's what I've seen the most out here is blue ones. And they're gorgeous because they're blue, and I love that color. And their iridescent-y beautifulness. And I did have a mini crisis one time when I was driving, and one was hovering in front of my windshield, and the light turned green, and I'm like, I can't go. There is a dragonfly right by my windshield, and if I drive, this guy might get hurt, and I cannot. And no one was behind me, thankfully, so I waited for that dragonfly to move because there was no one else in that signal, and I could take my sweet time because that's a pretty blue dragonfly. We don't get those very often, so I was feeling very blessed by that little dragonfly. Humidity you can deal with because of linen. Okay, linen is comfortable, Elspeth. I fully agree with you on that. But my lungs aren't linenable, so that's the hardship right there because my lungs do not like.
Cold humidity is worse than hot humidity. I mean, cold humidity is snow.
I'm like, cold humidity, that's what, precipitation? Yeah, because I'm all for the precipitation.
If it's actually cold, then there's no water in the air.
Okay. I follow that then.
Oh, time to hydrate.
Hydrate!
Which actually means I'll be right back because my water is empty.
I should not try steering myself with my one hand with my hand off the mouse. That's not going to go well for me. All right.
Okay, I have a very important thing for Red's chat. When she gets back, I need you to all chant maggots.
That's so mean.
Oh, and don't explain why.
Oh gosh. Either maggots or fountain juice. Because that still makes her twitch. Even though I sent her fountain juice one year. That was an excellent year. It was a beautiful, like, iridescent-y soda. And it looked like fountain juice, and it made my heart so happy when I found it.
Okay, Sky says cold humidity means when you're cold and clammy at the same time. Yeah, true. That is pretty miserable.
That sounds awful.
Maggots? What? Were you saying something about maggots?
Not me.
Nope.
Elspeth says, in the Ozarks, the dragonflies sometimes look like it's swarming glitter. That's awesome.
Why is everybody spamming my chat with the word maggots?
I don't know. Not me. The maggots is specifically a you thing, love. That's
I don't understand.
That is not me.
However, I do have a quote book.
Oh.
I prepared.
Ooh.
I have a quote book. Look, I even have Edge Season 3. I've got the seed, I've got the date, I've got our active members. And
that's awesome.
The let's see, we're gonna do quote redeem.
What's the quote?
We're gonna say that it was Sammy Stuffies. And the quote is, Kobold, your cousins are jerks. Lee.
Good quote. I stand by that too.
While placing grass for...
I mean, to be fair, my cousins are jerks as well, so... I hope my IRL cousins never actually, like, decided to watch stream at a moment of something like that, because then I'd have to spend forever explaining, no, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about...
Kobold,
Yeah.
my friend.
Uh-huh.
Is there anything you would like to discuss?
Not that I can think of.
I am out of torches.
I can bring you more. Also, possibly a weapon.
I have weapons. Thanks.
I don't know why you would need a weapon. Ah!
Wow, that armor's good. That was unarmed, but what my full strength, and it took like 1 damage off you.
Ooh, that
Oh
did a
wait,
bit
that
more.
took more.
Yeah.
There we go.
Ooh, okay.
And he runs away.
I'm just watching and waiting for a death message at this point.
I would not, but also it is definitely his fault that my chat is spamming the word maggots. So,
Out of curiosity, who all did that?
I mean, I think I've just got Sammy and Sky over here right now.
Okay, that makes
But
sense.
they, well, Sammy definitely did her share. So,
I'm shocked.
oh wait, where are you? That's Kobold over there.
Good job.
Wow, this is really coming together.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
I
will
take it
have-
back. There are 2 things about my new computer that I have learned that I dislike. And
Thank
one
you.
of them is the fact that it doesn't have a dedicated mute key.
Mm.
Or that it does, but it doesn't work. And the other is that I can't move the taskbar, so my taskbar is stuck at the bottom of my screen like a normie, and I hate it.
I mean, mine is stuck at the bottom of the screen, and I'm just that's what I grew up with, because the computer that I grew up with, what you couldn't adjust things like that. It's just how it worked when it's, DOS and all that stuff.
So the way I wow, you are old.
Yeah.
The way I always tell it is that a friend of mine in college was working on my computer for me, and he moved the taskbar to the top and asked if I liked it there, and I said yes, and then I never moved it again. Now, the more truthful version of that is a guy I knew who I considered a friend at the time, but it makes me cringe to call him a friend now, did all of that.
I understand this.
Oh, he was a sketchy dude.
All right, Elspeth says, in the Ozarks, there's enough snow that by the time I'm sick of it, it's gone. It smells nice. There are frogs everywhere that sing all night in the summer, and the creeks are clean for swimming.
The peepers. When the
Oh.
peepers come out. Yes.
I need to come visit
Oh.
sometime during that season then.
I'm muted?
Not for me or not?
Why am I muted? Nope, I was muted on my stream for some reason.
Huh. That's odd.
See, this is what comes from having this key where I had to do
New things. I understand this.
No, it's not new thing. So okay, so on Windows 11 computers, which is what this is, the mute button is Control Alt K, which is a lot more annoying than the function F4 that I've been using for the last 4 years, but okay, whatever. Unfortunately, the only app that it recognizes as able to use the microphone is Microsoft Teams. And every time I hit Windows Alt K, it tells me there are no apps capable of using your microphone to mute, so we're not going to mute it for you.
That's so weird.
It is. So I've had to go in and set my hotkey for muting on the voice chat and on my stream to the same key. I've just been using K because, well, I mean, whatever, it works. And it's one of the few keys I have that's not tied to something else already.
Like, I actually don't have mute as a hotkey. I have to manually go like, blah!
Well, yeah, I haven't until now. That's okay, Sammy. I appreciate you saying something, because otherwise I may never have noticed.
Elspeth just got the craving for bug juice. I hope bug juice is some...
I know what bug juice is. Bug juice. Bug juice will burn your throat.
I am horrified and curious all in one. And
bug juice is I think it's marketed as fruit juice, but it's a chemical laden Kool-Aid kind of thing that comes in I always got it in these barrel shaped plastic containers. And yeah, you take a sip of that stuff and it will burn your throat. It is so strong with chemicals. Did you ever have the juice bottles that had the little plastic twist off caps?
Yes.
Yeah, it's really similar to that, except it's green instead of blue.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Now I want to try it.
It's somewhere between lime and kiwi. It's a very odd flavor.
Okay, I've never actually fully tasted kiwi though, because I'm anaphylactically allergic to kiwi, and the last time I had kiwi, I blacked out. And I'm pretty sure kiwi's not spicy, so I don't think I properly know that flavor.
Sammy's like, this is some 90s thing that I don't get. Yeah, okay.
Sammy, I love you. You're a baby, honey.
That goes for you too, kobold.
Yep.
Actually, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, just because you know what I'm talking about, that doesn't make you not an infant.
Oh, I mean, that's true.
Elspeth says the only thing I didn't like about the Ozarks was that I couldn't find any worms for fishing bait, but the frogs and crawfish work too. And I just realized I have an obsession with ambient bugs and small creatures.
Dude,
June, July, and August are the best times to fall in love at the Ozarks.
No. June, July, and August are when you want to be anywhere but here.
I've been there in July. December.
September and April are the best months to be in the Ozarks. When it's getting cool and the leaves are turning, but there's still nice warm days, or when it's just starting to get warm and everything is in bloom. That's the time you want to be in the Ozarks.
Okay, I need to know, when you say warm, what is your temperature definition of warm?
By that time of year, if it's getting above 50 or 60, that's nice.
Okay. Yeah, this is why I ask.
Yeah, no, your definitions are very much skewed by living in the devil's armpit.
It's not that bad. Elspeth's like, I'm only 23.
Hey, who's shooting? Who shoot?
Not me.
The guy with your deep slate.
The guy with the deep slate. Hey, welder.
Hello.
Sammy.
I have a chest for you to put it in.
Can he hear you if you're in a group?
Well, it's an open group, so yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and he hopped
I'm
in.
the group.
Oh.
He has infiltrated.
I was listening to stream.
Sammy, Beninja is doing well. Actually, my eldest recently discovered that Beninja is great for cuddling with and everything. And so Beninja's actually gone on a few adventures around the house to go check out the math book, to go listen in for history, and I shot down the idea of taking Beninja for a walk. Mostly because he drags Beninja, and I don't want Beninja to be a dirty banana. So, but Beninja is doing well. I might take Beninja for a car ride if we look for Christmas lights.
I love doing that.
Because I think taking a Beninja for Christmas lights would be really fun. So, just because if we do it early enough and Beninja is visible, I think that'd be very entertaining for anyone who's out walking and looking at Christmas lights and there's a car with a Beninja. Mom, there's a Beninja in the car. Like, I think that'd be really funny personally.
Dude, so I just realized that I only ever had off-brand bug juice growing up.
Every time you say bug juice like that, I just...
So, like, there is a brand that is bug juice. Like, that's actually a thing. But the only thing I ever had growing up was... Let me see if I can paste this in here. What actually show up? Can I drag it in? There we go. This is the kind of stuff that I had. Like, they came in these cheap little plastic barrels, and they had a little metal topper on them.
You used to buy barrels of bug juice?
Yes, barrels of bug juice. They had like this little metal topper on them. Like this. Yeah. And we called them bug juice. But apparently that's like off-brand bug juice. That's not the real thing.
I mean, I'm not sure if I'd want to have the real thing when we're talking about bug juice.
I'm pretty sure the real thing was like, I mean, it was probably slightly less awful. But yeah, we would buy it because they were like 25 cents. And so we would buy those all the time and take them, like we would take them to the park. I can remember drinking those and eating the little like breadsticks with cheese. Like the little
those were
sticks.
Amazing. And the cheesy ones with peanut butter.
Oh, they're so good. Oh, I hate the peanut butter ones. No,
I miss those. Oh, that was good
eBay.
stuff. Oh,
eBay. I mean, Walmart still sells them.
Oh.
A wagon.
I don't know if I would buy food off eBay. That sounds like asking for trouble. Oh.
That sounds so sus.
It's a fun adventure.
That sounds like one of those like vlogs of
sword.
things gone wrong, almost like.
You just gotta treat like everything like it's Birdie Bot's like every flavored beans. Just because you don't know what it's gonna taste like, but yeah.
Oh goodness, that's no thank yous. That just makes my tongue curl in on itself like nope. Are you gonna light stuff up down there, Red?
Wow.
Why are you laughing at me?
The timing of the are you gonna light stuff up and then boom. The timing. I'm just amused by the timing.
So I actually would appreciate if anybody happens to see any area that looks particularly dark, please go ahead and light it up because I have a hard time seeing the dark areas. I have to look for the bright areas in order to see the dark ones.
Here, Welder, you want to grab some dirt and toss them down too?
Oh, toss them down? I can throw them down off here.
Toss them down with a smidgen of care. Sammy suggests getting a banana wagon. I have a wagon in the back of my car. I totally should make it a banana wagon for Christmas lights. That would be so entertaining. The problem is my kids would really want to ride with the wagon, ride in it, and we live on a hill, and that's...
Sounds fun.
Oh, yes.
They're getting bigger and heavier, and they are not putting in half enough work for me to consider the workload of doing that on a hill.
Sammy, it wasn't that they were sour, it's just that they were so chemically that they burned your mouth. Like, specifically, they burned your well, okay, I say they burned your throat going down, but now it occurs to me that possibly the same way that kiwis are not meant to be spicy, it's possible I was just allergic to them.
Like, if they had pineapple juice in it, that could have been part of your problem right there.
That's true. I didn't know I was allergic to pineapple back then.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't know. I rarely have problems with it once it's processed.
Yeah, but you have to have it processed enough for that to be a thing. So
eBay food is about to perish, yeah. And
I didn't even know
kill
eBay
you.
had food.
Yeah, you can. I mean, you can buy anything on eBay. At one point, you can buy human souls on eBay.
I mean, you can juice a person for their soul, according to
Not
Mumbo
that
and
you
Green.
know.
Like,
And you get half a brain cell.
I'm already at half a brain cell, so I mean,
Well, if you juice red, you give you 1 brain cell.
hey.
Welder, come here, you fish.
I don't want my brain cell to smell like fish, though.
Do I gotta get my wooden stick out?
No,
Okay.
but that is very funny to see.
Oh dear.
So this area that you're placing right now, Lee,
Uh-huh.
is, this is the graveyard.
Ooh. This right here, huh?
Well, or possibly the chapel. Actually, now that I think about it, this might be the chapel. I guess I could find out. Real quick. Oh, do I? Hang on.
I am looking forward to this thing. Also, this is how much dirt we've used to place down. I can only imagine how much we're going to need to, like, terraform, and that makes me strangely excited.
Why is it not showing?
I am looking
Yeah,
forward to
especially with
seeing
this
that.
big drop off right here.
Yeah, that's going to look so cool when it's done. Like, that is going to look amazing. And this is why, if nothing else, guys, you're going to want to keep watching either streams or episodes or whatever that comes from the edge, because you're going to want to see this thing when it's done. I want to see this thing when it's done. I am so excited for it. There's a lot of epic things already in the works in different places.
This is the biggest White Castle I've ever seen.
And then there's Kobold and I with our tiny build.
Have you ever had White
Very
Castle?
tiny.
Welder?
No, I have not. I have not. That's one thing I have not had. I've had Whataburger on my travels. I've had
Gosh,
Culver's.
dang it. Ooh, Culver's is good.
I haven't had that one. I just want to go back to bandanas.
Ah, Bandanas is good. Bandanas is a St. Louis special.
Yeah.
Never had
And
White
their
Castle?
sauces are all
Yeah.
gluten-free, and it's amazing. And I can eat there without having to even think about it, and it's amazing. And it makes me happy when I can eat places. Eat at places, not eat places. No worries, Elspeth. That's just a nightbot. You're fine.
Figure.
I am not perturbed.
It doesn't like her. Just...
I don't understand why. Like,
I think Cobalt programmed it that way.
I don't think so. I think
You guys can't see this, but I'm
Touched it.
moving the entire castle right now.
what?
What?
Eh?
I've got Lightmatica up, and I'm trying to place in. Apparently, at some point my schematic got deleted, and so I'm having to replace it.
I was
Oh.
using Lightmatica earlier and realized it has changed drastically for the settings from what it had been for me in season 1, because I didn't use it at all during season 2. And in trying to do it for some stuff earlier, I was like, this is not worth my sanity right now. This thing is so drastically different, and I hate everything, and I'm not using it ever again. And I'll probably go
Yeah, you
back
are
and do
100%
a
correct.
crash course for myself on figuring out what is the differences so I can use it, but it's strangely different from season 1, and I don't have the patience for it, apparently.
Boom, done. Okay, so castle itself will sit here. We're gonna just fly through all the walls right now. Oh, we're gonna die. Okay.
Mm.
So yeah, this area out here, yeah, this is going to be the garden and the graveyard area. The chapel is like right here.
I have no idea where
The
any of these places
altar
are.
is like right here. This area will be a bunch of pews and stuff, and then there's like these dramatic hallways and everything. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be
It's gonna be real
amazing.
fun. Looks like I managed to cut off the bottom layer of the castle as I was grabbing this schematic. That's really funny.
Oh, Elspeth, that does not sound pleasant. Every time I've been there, it's been glorious.
White Castle has amazing onion rings, but Culver's is just straight up good. That is a fact. If you have never had their pot roast sandwich, it is amazing.
I'm in danger.
Don't you have wings?
I do, but I'm trying to light a few things up as I go, and it's dark and scary.
Sammy says, I love how everyone's placing dirt, ignoring Red as she's hallucinating. I'm not hallucinating. I'm just
You're talking to
projecting
yourself about things, and you're hallucinating, and you're moving stuff with your brain,
visions
and
into the world. I
you're seeing
have,
visions, and yeah, honey,
I
you're
have
hallucinating.
inhuman powers that you will never understand.
I mean, I would try, but I'm not sure if I'm invited to that party. Not sure if I want to be invited to that party. It sounds kind of dangerous.
Where were ya? Ah!
I just keep running. Maybe they won't get me. Was that a flower or a creeper? No, okay, we're fine. For briefest moments, I thought I saw a creeper face, as I'd be like, oh no!
Babies, that's not a baby zombie, that's a red. I mean, that's a Lee. I'm red.
We're not confused at all. I'm just throwing down a few
No.
torches real quick, because it's really scary down here.
I can't figure out where they keep spawning. Like, I keep putting torches and thinking, surely that's enough.
Down here?
Look, I can't see, okay? I mean, I can see. That's the problem.
Yeah, I'm like, there's a lot of dark patches down here.
I will give you extra diamonds if you go around and light it all up. Here,
I will
give
need
you
more torches. Yeah. I just used up all that I had. Thank
You're
you.
free to grab any from the...
Wait, Lee's getting paid for this?
You're getting paid too? I told you
Yeah.
I would.
It was in the Discord.
I brought you 3 stacks of.
Ah! Stop
Thanks.
smacking my face into stuff. It was not good for my health.
I'm gonna grab me some free sticks from my local lumberyard.
Ooh, if you need sticks, you can grab some from my shop. I have a whole double chest of them. And I'm assuming that's probably what you meant, knowing you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when you said 3 stacks, Welder, you meant 3 chests.
three and a
Three
half
double
chests.
chests.
Yep.
Let's
3
see
and a
here.
half.
Is there?
Wait, we can make black dye out of coal.
Yes.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
well,
is that
that's
like-
not an yeah thing. That is a data pack. That's not vanilla.
That's
oh,
right.
well, it's gonna save me so much. Oh,
You have a guardian farm, don't you?
yes, but there's no squid in it. I did the Pixel Riff knockoff
Ah.
Guardian farm.
Well, why would you do that?
Oh, do any of you guys have glow ink? Like, do you guys sell glow ink or have glow ink? Can I get glow ink from you? That would be amazing, please, and thank you.
How much do you need? I
Why
have a
would you
little.
want that?
Because it makes my signs pretty.
Because it emits light.
Yeah?
Still think Red's crazy for the size of the castle? This isn't crazy. Look, this isn't even like hermit size. This is like the size of the...
It's a starter base.
Yeah, this is possibly
That's
smaller
Scar's
than...
space.
This is possibly smaller than whatever Impulse's... Is it iBuy?
I buy.
His big store. This is probably smaller than iBuy. And he built that in like the first 2 weeks of the season. So I'm not crazy. I am slightly overambitious, but that's different.
She's slightly unhinged, but that's normal.
Who wants to be hinged? That's lame.
Being hinged is boring. I mean, I feel like this is a very manageable size build personally, but I recognize that my standards of normal are probably not others' standards of normal.
I'm curious to see if yours and Kobold's actually ends up being bigger.
It's a tiny build.
Depends on if we do all 3.
Oh, that's
Yeah, it depends if
fine.
we do
You look
our,
like a
our
zombie, just
original
FYI.
build. Because our original
giving up
plans
torches.
were a smidgen different than they currently are going to be, but that may change.
I love flying through the walls here because it lets me practice my Kessel runs.
That is a fair thing. Okay. Well, I will say, Elspeth, it's not sky limit here yet. I think
I have
so.
8
Red.
blocks of clearance.
Yeah.
I have 8 blocks. Hey, let me show you. Elspeth, if you want to hop over in my stream real quick, I can show you. I have the schematic up. So if I fly all the way up to the top here, and turn on F3, and I go through the very tippy top of that, I'm at like 311, 312, something like that, maybe 314. It's 328. 328 is build height.
Do you have any more torches?
Oh, I can't actually land on that. Right, it doesn't exist. It's not real.
No, I have any more. Okay, I'll use up the last of my torches.
I have torches.
I
Oh,
have
I'm
torches.
just trying to
Oh, she found
get my
torches.
light level
Hello,
set.
did you find torches?
I took torches for my own stuff because I took the last of what I had. Oh, the
Yeah,
link
You
doesn't
might
work.
maybe had to show the.
No linkies.
There you go. That works.
There are almost 2 stacks left in this torch over here next to the mason table.
I
Uh-huh.
have like
There were
Thank
like
you.
12 stacks when we started.
I have 10 stacks.
Excellent.
Oh, question. Who put down all the lanterns?
Sorry.
Not me.
It's okay. It's fine. They're just harder to break. It's
It would
fine.
be the merchant.
I'm like, I am poor. I need more lanterns. I actually had to make lanterns
checking
earlier.
Discord before I got distracted.
I'm
Why
too
are you
poor to
making
make
lanterns?
torches. I can just make lanterns.
Too poor to make torches. That is funny.
Do you have extra lanterns, Kobold? Because I will buy some off you later.
I have unlimited lanterns.
Sammy,
I
I'll
can
check that after
purchase them.
since it's a voice message.
Excellent. I
And
need the
since muting is
lanterns.
such a difficulty right now.
Oh,
Let's
yeah, by the
see.
way, Red, are you selling shulkers yet or no?
Not yet. Oh, hey, thanks for the follow there, Elspeth. Nice to see you. Welcome to the stream. I am not yet. That's one of the things on my list this week to do is to build the shulker farm. I know where it's going, and I have started gathering the materials, but just haven't had the time yet.
Time. That's a thing.
I will buy many.
Well, let me
once you are
rephrase.
done.
I have had the time, but I have not had the brain cells because this cold that I had, I say cold, I had a fever for a day, so it was something else. It took the brain out of me, I swear. Like the first day back at work, I worked a half day from home, so I worked 4 hours. And when I was done, I clocked out and I opened up Facebook, and there was like a little 4-panel comic, little Nathan Pyle Strange
Strange
Planet
Planet?
comic. Yeah. I couldn't understand it. I stood there staring at it for like a solid 30 seconds before I finally registered like what the words were and what the joke was. I'm like, I have no brain energy left.
Man, if I had realized it was that bad, I would have sent some messages and had a lot of fun with that.
Oh, you're a jerk.
Yeah. I learned how to be one from you, so you know what?
You learned how to be. I don't think that's how that works.
I think so.
Hey, I need somebody with torches to come over here and light up this thing because we're about to have a little mini mob farm.
Ooh, where's here?
Okay, just got
Fob
mini
marm.
HUD working.
I don't know where you are.
I am in the far east, southeast corner of the build. Towards the moon. Go towards the moon.
Moon big.
Moon big. Moon always big.
Aw, Elspeth says sad because she's like, I've got to be following her for 10 minutes before I could chat.
Oh yeah,
That's
I put that
true.
in a little while ago when I had a bot spam attack.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Can you get under here? Double jump. What are you doing?
Why am I like constantly flying off of one rock?
Oh, that was cartoon worthy. You can also come in through the top now that you're flying.
Yep, doing that. Hi.
Okay, let me show you how this works. You double jump and you go under. That's
I-
all you have to do is just double jump.
Did that, and it didn't work the first time, so I went the easy way.
You were crouching. You were crouching. You weren't jumping.
In my defense, I started stream with a migraine. I'm doing better right now, but in my
No, didn't
defense,
know
I had
you
no brain
a
cells.
Migraine. We could have.
I'm doing better in it.
Suspended.
I'm doing a bit better now. I got meds in me to hold me over, so I just need to practice the whole go to bed at a reasonable time thing. Meh.
That's a thing. A thing I'm not going to be doing tonight because this stream is going to end at my normal bedtime. But it's also the weekend and I can sleep in tomorrow. So
Oh, I'm so not envious right now. I am so envious right now.
purpose of not having kids. You're so good at this game.
I am a master at startling myself off the edges of things.
You're like both cat and glass in one person.
Sammy, that's mean.
What?
Sammy, you had brain cells? Joking.
Oh,
Just
she did, and
because
then
it's...
she met me.
Good
and,
job,
you know.
Sammy.
I mean, not entirely off. Elspeth, it's the final brain cell.
The final brain cell.
I'm pretty sure my final brain cells have been...
Hello.
Hi.
All up in my business.
I'm just going in a straight line right now, okay? I just wasn't...
Built in a straight line. That is so inefficient. You kind of go like here, and then you just start.
I'm
building this
outlining so I
area,
can try to
and you
not
realize
go
you
over the
need more
edge.
over this direction, and you're not doing your job of putting down torches, and you're building extra blocks. This is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's perfect, Sky. Sky says my brain cells don't like talking to each other.
Oh, hello, zombie. What the chicken?
Hi.
Oh, more zombies.
Fine.
Hey.
That's what you get.
By the way, Lee,
Mhm.
do you know what the floor is made of in Red's wagon?
In Red's
Barrels.
wagon? Barrels. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what's in them?
Barrels.
I have very specifically done my very, very bestest to not look in those barrels right now.
Look, the barrels are like the most
Like-
organized thing in that place.
Which is why I am specifically not looking at the barrels right
Don't
now.
look upstairs.
Just-
Upstairs is the problem, or downstairs, or in my lady's chamber.
like
What?
any of it. Just no. Just I don't look at the barrels. If I don't look, I can't quinge, and it's so much better that way. I mean, I still need to go over to
All I heard was something really weird.
What? I was quoting Wee Willie Winky.
Don't know what that is.
Oh, there's a nursery rhyme. Wee Willie Winky runs through the town, upstairs and downstairs in his nightgown. Oh, that's not the one anyway, is it? Rapping at the windows, trying at the locks. Are the children in their bed? Now it's 8 o'clock. There's another one that's something about upstairs, downstairs, and in my lady's chamber. I don't remember what that one is.
I vaguely remember hearing that one. But you have a better memory for those things than I do, so.
I love nursery rhymes. Would you stop placing blocks where I'm placing blocks? I'm going over here where you can't cause problems with your mayhem and organization problems.
Oh, that was entertaining, though.
Sandy says I've got 3 brain
you.
cells. 1 chaos, 1 slight sanity, and the last one is I don't know what I'm doing, someone help me. We don't talk about the 4th.
I could put that on a shirt. I need that on a shirt. That would be a good shirt. I would wear that to many a school event. Okay, so where did Red go?
I would tell you about the shirt that I got from my roommate for Christmas, but she's come home, so I can't safely do that now.
Nope. We don't want her to know.
No, but it is very good. I am very proud of it. Scribbs' response was, "Dang it, I'm mad you found that first."
I remember hearing about this. Yes, yes. That is gonna be great. I wanna hear what
The-
her reaction is to it.
The context being, for anybody who doesn't know, is that Scribs is the older sister of my roommate. The roommate.
The roommate.
The roommate who is, I always forget, what's the character's name?
Beckett.
Beckett. She got to play Beckett again this last week.
I'm jealous. Was there any hotels burning down behind her?
No, just a demi-plane.
Ooh.
I brought her in for what was meant to be a one-shot with my my main group on a night when like a bunch of people were sick or out of town or whatever, and it went slowly enough.
As they do.
that we extended it to the next week, and I'm like, I think it actually ended up running 3 weeks. I'm like, hey, do you want to come keep playing your character? And she's like, yes. So, and now I think she's going to come and play with us on the regular, and I'm super happy about it.
Yay! At some
You
point
got a
in time.
D&D group, Sammy. That's awesome.
Ooh.
I wish you all of the luck and fun.
All the adventures and the laughter and the good dice rolls.
Yeah,
And the
especially
comedically timed
the dice
not
rolls.
good dice rolls. Because the
Those are the
comedically timed not
best.
good ones are a thing. At some point, Red, I want to go back to Shades Fall, and
Yeah, me too.
like I'm a little terrified, not gonna lie, because we literally left off with a hotel burning down behind us.
Yeah, but it was behind you in the rearview mirror. You were driving away.
Yeah. But then we're going to a group and an organization that I'm not on friendly terms with.
And the other players don't
Hey,
know
Red, is this
that.
block supposed to be here?
Nope, you're welcome to break that one. As long as you don't break the
See,
whole wall.
Vein miner.
Get my sword ready.
Ah,
Careful. I should have built the floor underneath you. I thought you were a little bit further along. Sorry.
that's okay.
Elspeth says, I have 2 modes, utter chaos and creative chaos. Well, now that I think about it, I'm kind of organized, but my brain is not. That is a thing. I am kind of organized, but my brain is... There's too many open tabs. There's too many open tabs. That's the only way to put it. Like,
That is just how you operate, though.
yeah,
You
okay.
finished week 15, though, right?
We finished week 12, and week 13 isn't until January something or other.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
You're
Lee,
two
do
behind
you
us.
remember us talking about a embroidery with a quote about artists being insane?
Yes.
So apparently plans are on track for that to actually be a thing, says Sky.
Yes, that's amazing. Oh, that makes my heart so happy.
Pinterest has learned that I like the funny embroidery things, and so it keeps showing me all these super cheesy ones, and they're hilarious, and I love them.
All the ones that I keep looking at and thinking, oh, maybe I'll embroider that someday. Then I'm like, okay, but Lee, when are you going to have time to pick up embroidery? Like, it's been years. You have
let's
quilts
see.
you want to get done first.
Your youngest is, say, less than 10, 7-ish?
Less than 10, barely.
Okay, so yeah, like you've got like 15 years max, and you'll have the house to
No,
yourself.
you can do it now. Anytime your kids mess up their jeans and they get a hole,
There you go,
put,
just
like,
start
a
embroidering.
fancy flower embroidery on there, and they won't
Oh my
mess
gosh,
up their
that'd be
pants
so
anymore.
funny.
That is far more
Except for the
tempting than it
fact-
should be. And I
Except for
think
the
they
fact
would
that
like
they
it.
Are...
Have you seen the meme where, like, when you leave your messed up jeans at grandma's house? It's
Yes.
got all like this cross stitch where the
Here's the problem. I'm
Split.
pretty sure my boys would be thrilled if I started doing something like that, because then they could be like, Mom, do this next, and then do this one next, and do this. Can you do that? And then
Well, and the fact
suddenly,
that they're boys and they go through clothes like I go through, I don't know, something I go through a lot.
sandwiches.
I was gonna say existential crises, but that seemed a little inappropriate for the moment.
I mean, kind of hilarious. So I understand this. So, but yeah, okay. There was a time not too long ago, we were sitting in church, and I look over at my eldest, and he's sitting with his legs up next to him, and he has his arms down through the knee of the pant, and his hands are flopping over where his feet are because he has ripped holes into his pants big enough that he could be like this, sitting there in service. And I'm like, behold, this is my offspring. This is my
Very funny,
offspring.
Sammy.
I'm seeing this, and this is undoubtedly my child.
Yes, there are definitely times that I go, "Yep, you are definitely Lee's child."
I think I've seen one of her kids go through a perfectly brand new pair of pants in approximately like 4 hours.
Mm-hmm. I was
So
dying
they went
internally.
from brand new to giant holes in the knees in about that time. And that's not
Yeah.
from like skidding on the knees. That was
Sitting there
from
working on them.
hands ripping a hole.
Like,
Special talents.
yeah. I keep reminding him, I'm like, someday you're just going to get pants and underwear for Christmas, and I'm not going to feel bad at all. Like, and he keeps
Maybe
thinking
when
I'm
you get to a
joking.
certain age, that's awesome.
I know, right?
Right? I'm like, I would love it if somebody bought me like a bunch of new pairs of jeans for Christmas.
Mm-hmm. That's a good
You know you're
haul
an
as far as I'm
adult.
concerned.
I had to buy a couple pairs for myself for this new trip to New York because the pairs that I had were all like either they didn't quite fit right or they required a specific belt or they were starting to get tears and whatever. And yeah, I found some that I like, which is nice, but also I'm like, why are jeans so expensive, especially women's jeans that fall
Yes.
apart like within 6 months.
And they have really horrible pockets.
Now, I did find ones that have decent pockets. Usually things from Lee's have decent pockets. Not always, but often.
I am currently loving the Duluth trading because their women's pants are kind of Lee proof at the moment, and they are wonderfully deep pockets. So, aha.
Oh, did you get him?
Yep.
Nice. Now the question is, where did he spawn? Oh, I don't have any torches on me.
I'm like, all
He
that area
spawned
looks
all
like it
over
needs
there.
it. So,
I put torches in your chest.
sweet.
Moo.
One's on the left where the deep sleep went.
There we go. All right, let me see if I can come down and find some areas. Ah! Wall.
She
Base,
has it
meat
on her own,
wall.
Sammy.
What?
I don't know.
I am suspicious. Very suspicious.
Well, you should be suspicious.
That too. Sammy says, nothing is organized except my video game storage, which is why I twitch when Red's storage is the way it normally is. I understand that, Sammy. And Elspeth says, my brain is like my computer, 23 tabs open, at least 4 podcasts and audiobooks playing. And why is there classical music and meme music playing at the same time? And don't ask why you smell like smoke. Why you smell smoke. That's amazing. That is accurate.
Yeah, no, that's somebody made a reel on Instagram. It was probably a TikTok first, but I saw it on Instagram. That was he just simulated what the ADHD brain sounds like, and it was multiple different songs all playing at the same time, and multiple trains of thought like leaning into
It's lit up
and
all good
tangling up
down
with
there,
each
dude.
other, and it's like, yeah, no, that's 100% what it's like.
Yes. Yes. It is very accurate that.
Gosh, we've gotten
It's all
so much
spawn
done.
proof
I'm
here,
so
Lee.
happy.
You will be able to actually do things now. Okay. I'm mowing
Sky.
some of this grass.
Oh, Sky, that's painful. Sky says, I just went through and cleared out my tabs. I went from 87-ish to 20.
You can no longer say anything about me and my tabs.
Wait, not me, not me.
My tabs
On your
are.
phone? How's your... Was your phone on fire?
My phone only has 17 tabs, for the record. So I'm doing good there.
Oh, look, a glowy chair.
You found my glowing chair. I like that chair.
How do people have more than 10 open? Okay. Let me be perfectly transparent here. I'm going to open up my phone. I'm going to see how many tabs I have open.
I might have more than. Okay, wait.
7. I have 7.
I feel like this is a pop
And-
quiz here.
Part of
I
that
have
is
3.
because my phone reopens a tab every time I open my internet browser, so I have to go and manually close them on a regular basis. And then on my desktop, I have 4, one of which is bug juice. So there's that.
I have 18. I'm doing pretty good here.
Sammy asked, "How do people have more than like 10 open?" And Sky says, "Sammy, fanfic."
I would say I have not been in fanfics recently, so that's why mine is so low, probably. Elspeth says 43. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's
Mom had the
one
best.
more than the correct answer to life, the universe, and everything. So you got to close one.
I don't want to close any. I will be honest, some of these tabs I have open, I know I've had open for like more than a year.
They're heirloom tabs at this point.
I do reference them though.
Do you though?
I have.
That's why you bookmark things.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
get lost in the
same.
bookmarks.
Then
You
clean out your bookmarks.
I have lost so many things in the bookmarks. Okay, no, bookmarks is where good things go to die. Like
No.
Pinned sites.
you can hear kobolds die eternally.
You should invert what you just said. It should be tabs are where things go to die.
Nope, I
Not-
reference my tabs.
Yeah, you should reference your bookmarks and close tabs.
This is why
See-
Strahd blue screened when we unplugged a mouse.
No,
Yes.
Scrod blue screened because you unplugged something that's not meant to be unplugged.
It's a
Shouldn't do
USB
that.
mouse. That's the point of it.
No, that mouse has been here with him since the very beginning. That is a friend, and you just took him away.
No, it was. It's the tabs, my dear.
I have, at this exact moment in time, I have 4 tabs that are open. 4.
How many windows?
1.
Okay.
I'm not a monster.
Well, that was how you got away
She-
with it at one point, because you're like, I
didn't
only
say
have
that very
12 open,
convincingly,
and it was
though.
in this window.
Like, I had to go and look and be like, yeah, no, I have only one window and only 4 tabs. My phone currently has more tabs open than my desktop. So. Elspeth says all of them are over Elspeth's 43 tabs. All of them are old books I wanted to buy, but I'm not at home to pick them off the porch so they don't get wet. I didn't do it. Whatever she's laughing at, I don't think I did it. I need
Hey,
more
Welder.
dirt.
Mm-hmm.
Sammy says you look like the Grinch. And it's
Well.
not entirely false.
Do I have Santa skin on? No.
No, but you're just the avatar in the corner. It does kind of look like the Grinch.
There you go.
I love it.
Headcanon accepted.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas is one of my all-time favorite Christmas movie, but the good one, right? It's
Mhm.
voiced by Thurles Ravenscroft and all that. I cannot stand the Jim Carrey version.
I keep forgetting there is a Jim Carrey version, and I have not seen it.
With
so.
one exception, and that is that his version, when he sings the "You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch," there is one part of that song where he kind of does this little flippy thing that nobody else ever does when they sing it, and I hate to admit that Jim Carrey's version of that song is one of my favorites.
There's a
I-
No, he had
non-Jim
to go
Carrey version
through
of it.
Like, I haven't seen
He had
that.
to go through CIA training to do the Grinch
Hi, Elspeth.
because of the makeup and how torturous it was.
I imagine.
Wow.
Okay, but here's
That's
a good
amazing.
one. If you want a really, really fun cover of the Grinch song, look up. His name is Mark Martell, spelled like that, I think.
Mhm.
It might be 2 L's. He actually travels with Queen. He sounds almost exactly like Freddie Mercury. It's amazing. And he is their main singer for a lot of the reunion tour type things, legacy tour type stuff. And he is an amazing guy, and he does really cool music, and he is obsessed with Christmas. and he did a cover of the Grinch song like 2 years ago, and it is amazing.
I am out of torches and out of dirt.
There are torches over by the deep slate.
Okay.
In the chest. It's on the left side.
Thank you.
And I can give you
Wherever-
some dirt. I filled up my inventory, but I think that's about the last of it. I didn't check all the chests.
Torches.
Elspeth
Torches,
says never
torches.
could really get into the Grinch movie and song, just wasn't my thing. That's valid. I think part of the reason that I love it is, childhood memories. It's what
What we
it's
grew up on.
the Christmas specials every Christmas, and so it was that, and it was the Rankin Bass claymations, which I still love.
We have more dirt somewhere?
I told you, I think I have some more in my inventory.
I didn't
I
see
do have some in
any.
my inventory.
Yeah, I'm on my last 2 stacks.
My inventory, as in on me as a person.
Where are you?
I am in the walls.
So helpful.
I am coming towards you.
I will. Okay, perfect.
I have come out of the walls to come to you. Okay.
That is terrifying. Yay!
Thank you. Can you hand me a
There.
couple of those torches you got?
Here. I grabbed 2 full stacks, so.
Awesome. Thank you. Perfect.
Yep.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
I mean, I'm thrilled at how much we've already covered. This is amazing.
No, we're going to pretty much exactly finish this in my stream time.
Awesome. I like it when
And
we can do
it
this.
would have taken me about at least 3 times as long without you guys, so thank you so incredibly much.
Yep.
Man, I should have had you guys help me drain that ocean monument.
Yeah.
I think Lee was
That
talking about
took
we want to
5
kind of start
days.
doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah. I want to get in the habit because a bunch of us are doing epic, huge, crazy things. And we're all full-time adults. and we're not full-time content creators. And
I'm only like a part-time adult, but yeah.
yeah, we have day jobs.
I'm a debatable adult.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
you're
there's
an
no
infant.
debate.
So
You're all
Baby
You're
boy.
all young fries.
Fish fry.
is it that we're young or that you're old?
Yes.
I mean, pre-established canon is that Red is younger than me. So
Wait, what? Where did that come from?
a couple streams ago,
I don't
that was
remember
a claim
this.
you had.
That was a
Oh,
claim that
yeah,
she
yeah,
had.
yeah.
You're right. I forgot about that. I mean, we all know the truth of this.
"Quote unquote" adults. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this is adults with yeah, yep. Adults.
Big quotation marks.
Very big.
I have a mortgage. Hey.
Yeah.
I'm not that adult. I'm not that adulty.
Yeah.
I'm that adulty and hey. The adultiness that I go each time.
Whoa, wrong button.
One of these days I will stop walking off the edge of the dirt. It's not this day.
Sorry, I was instructed to do so.
Instructed
You're
by
welcome.
what?
Wasn't me. Wasn't me.
Instructed by what? Your maturity level or
No, it was Sammy. A while ago.
Sammy?
A while ago, Sammy said, where was it? Red, please, I'm begging you, knock Lee into a hole. It would be funny. My chaos brain cell is dying.
Friendship.
And well, the funny part is like I walked towards you to punch you into a hole at that point, and you just walked off the edge yourself.
I'm good at that. I am good at that. Sammy says we're all adults until someone laughs at a fart joke. You know, there are facts to that. And with the exception of now that I have 2 little boys in my house, I've been working really hard on we don't have that kind of humor. And so it's like
Well,
it kind of
you
like,
had to have that kind of humor.
oh, they'll get it at some point in time. But currently neither them nor their friends are into that. And I'm not going to be the mom that encourages
That's really funny.
like,
I could be the funny aunt who does.
I mean,
I'm gonna send him whoopee cushions for Christmas.
oh, please don't. Farmore has already done that so many times.
Hey,
Let me ask you this, Lee. Have you purchased maggots to send me for Christmas?
I have resisted so hard. I have
Alright,
been
then.
so good in not doing that. I have looked it up. I have had so many tabs open to buy you maggots, and I have been
Maggots?
so good. So good. No, I have not yet.
Lee, what do you call someone who passes? Wait, this thing got covered.
What got
What do
covered?
you call someone who never passes gas in public?
I'm not sure if I want to know the answer to this one, but I'm curious.
A private tutor. And now you just laughed at a fart joke.
I didn't see that one coming, and now I'm just...
That was awful, Welder. I love it so bad.
Wow.
Oh,
I
The
just-
other good one
goodness.
from this.
I had
was
to
doing
mute
dad
because I was
jokes this morning.
choking a lung out.
I was doing dad jokes this morning with my kids and my wife when they're leaving.
That's
The other one was
excellent.
what do you call a flying bagel?
Flying bagel.
I
I'm
feel
not
like
sure what.
I feel like I've heard this, but I don't
Flying
remember.
Bagel.
Flying bagel.
Oh my gosh.
Mhm.
That was so bad.
I should give my kids a bunch of really awful dad jokes, and when they're at class and they have to do presentations.
Welder, you caused Sammy to spit water all over her keyboard. Congratulations.
Okay.
Oh, that's so mean.
The other good one was what do you call someone? What was it again? What do you call someone that saw an iPhone being stolen?
Wait, someone who saw a knife being stolen?
An iPhone.
An
An
iPhone,
iPhone.
being stolen.
Oh.
An eyewitness.
Very good.
Yes. If I wasn't an Impulse fan, I may not have gotten that one. I'll just like put an eye in front of it. Make it.
Ha! Mm. Made it through.
So if you have dirt, there's a
Hey,
hole
Red!
over here.
You're very funny, Welder.
Yeah, I don't have dirt to fill it though.
I will fix your mess.
I stay over here. Maybe I'll be safe for a moment.
Rip headphone users.
Sorry. I blame Red
I'm
for
a
this
headphone
one.
user.
I don't apologize for anything ever.
It's a habit of yours.
It's a bad habit. I should probably get over it.
But are you?
Is there
I think,
something in this? Oh,
I
there
think
is.
that's all the dirt.
I have a
I
few
might have some.
bits of dirt, but do we have anything else that we need to
No, I
place
mean-
down?
That's what I'm saying is I think we've got it covered.
Well, there is a little hole over this way that I didn't have enough for, in between the walls here.
Where at?
Tempest. I will use your name for the moment. That's an amazing idea.
On the north side,
Mm.
I'm following Kobold. You guys look the same with your
I'm gonna look that up.
north, west.
Just-
south. I
Fire
am on the
arrow
north
up.
side.
Just because.
Oh, there you are.
That's a funny idea.
right here.
Problem with tea is it's not very filling. Do I have any other food on hand?
There we go.
You do apples.
There we go.
for now. And meat.
I have lava tea that you can get.
I have
They're
golden
for sale in my
carrots.
shop.
I've been drinking lava tea and everything, but I need a little bit more filling than that for the moment.
Oh,
Someone-
there's
someone-
nothing more filling than lava tea.
Well, someone took me down quite a bit and everything. So
Here, let me get my inventory.
You're
up here
fine.
with my
I am now.
Charcoal box.
I've been standing here drinking
that.
tea and eating meat.
Oh wait, wrong one.
There.
Where's my
I'm gonna
lunchbox?
hop out of the group real quick and go end my stream, and I'll be back in a sec.
That's true. I need to end stream too, don't I?
Here you go, Lee.
Oh, bless you. Thank you. Could have
Sacri-
pre-stocked my.
Religious.
What?
Spraying the lava tea.
I still have my lava tea.
It It's better for you than golden carrots.
I know it's better for me, but just because it's better for me doesn't mean I want to eat it all the time.
Just because it's based off of a cookie, so it only gives you one hunger hunch, does not mean it gives you less food or saturation than a golden carrot.
The fact that I can fit a shulker box in a backpack, and that backpack inside a shulker box, and that shulker box inside my ender chest is amazing.
I'm not sure if that's going to break anything. That's my only concern.
It shouldn't.
Eh.
I don't see how coding wise that would lag the server at all.
Oh, that's not even far of a drop.
Nope. So people with headphones don't have to, die from Here's Lee's screech. This is probably a good place for me to, pause and end stream though, huh? Okay, wait.
Probably.
Wait.
Bye.
First, I'm
Bye,
going to.
stream.
Yeah.
I
Bye,
got
streams.
two. I'll pop out of that real fast. Pop out of that real fast. Okay. Well, this was fun, guys. I know it was not a lot of excitement because we're just hanging out and getting this done, but it was actually really fun for me, at least, to hang out with you guys, chatting with everybody. So thanks for joining us. I think we might still stream next week. I'm not sure because I have a big event on Saturday that I am working at, and I don't know if I need to do a bunch of prep for that next Friday night. So I might be streaming. I might not. I'm not sure. I will try to do a community post either way, so that way you guys are aware as well. So hopefully that'll help. But yeah, hop back and forth between streams because Red and I both love having as many people, and you guys are really fun to chat and hang out with. So thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. I'm going to check out what you sent me that I should get Red Sammy, and I'm going to look that up, Tempest Sky, and see what I can find of that idea, because that would be horrible and horrific and amazing. And that's totally my brand of humor. So thank you so much. I will see you guys next week. Bye.